I'm Caleb Brooks with the AHSAA Radio Network. I'm at Dadeville High School. I'm joined by Makya Johnson of the Dadeville volleyball team. And, for you guys last year, it was a weird year for y'all. You had a coach that came in the middle of the season. You were 2-5 at the time, and you went through some ups and downs, but ultimately you come out area champs. You end up going to regionals, and really turned out to be a successful year. Your coach was just telling me you were a junior last year, but you were the captain of this team. I mean, that was a lot of pressure that was put on you to really get this team to where you guys got to last year. But, as the leader of this group, I mean, what was your message to the team last year to kind of gather everybody together and get the result that you ended up getting?
Well, I like to see people being positive, and if somebody messes up, it's not going to do any good to get down on yourself. You have to keep fighting and let that go. We have another volley coming up, so put that behind you. Do what you need to do to correct it.
And, that's the thing that has always kind of amazed me at volleyball is, it's point by point all the time. And you can have a bad point, and then the next point can be even better. How tough is it sometimes mentally to get over? Maybe you do have a bad little point there where, y'all just didn't click, you didn't communicate, and you really got to turn around and you got to receive the serve right there in about 5 seconds and mentally block out that last point. How tough is that sometimes?
It can get pretty tough, but we have a pretty silly group, so we just make a joke out of it, be like, hey, you got it next time, just keeping that positive energy, because without that positive energy, you're not going to get anywhere.
What is it about high school volleyball that attracted you to it, that made you want to play volleyball in high school?
A lot of my friends were encouraging me to play, so I was like, I was going to give it a try. And I went out there and everybody was just picking each other up and stuff. I was like, I haven't had this in any other sport, so I was like, this is a team I want to be a part of.
And isn't that amazing how you weren't even really considering playing volleyball? All of a sudden your friends get you to play, and then junior year you're the captain of the team. I mean, what is it, that you feel like gives you the leadership qualities to be the captain and to be the person that everybody kind of looks towards for encouragement and for that, pick me up?
Yeah, I don't do things for people to be like, okay, yeah, she's so nice and I want to be her friend. I do things like you're going to do it right, or there's a consequence, or even if you do something right, I'm going to encourage you. It's just not caring if somebody likes you as a friend, but they need to respect you enough to get your point across and be like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that.
Tell me about last year. I mean, how difficult was it to get a coach that comes in the middle of the year? You kind of have to adjust for, I know she was on the JV volleyball team, but as the head coach, you got to adjust to her, her style of coaching. How difficult was that last year during the middle of the year?
It was pretty tough because we had different rules and stuff, and she was still getting used to it. She was new to volleyball, and we had to help her through it. But overall, I don't think it was really that hard because she was there at practice, so she just had to put on her mean girl britches a little bit.
It ended up being a special year. Like we mentioned, you win the area championship, and if somebody would have told you 7 games into the year that y'all were going to be the area champs, what would your reaction have been?
I don't think I would have believed it.
And when you ended up winning it, though, how special was that for that group to come out as area champs last year?
It was crazy. I don't know. I don't think nobody could have calmed us down at that moment. It was they looked at us as the underdogs, and then we came out and won it all, and everybody was just shell-shocked.
You guys got hot at the end of the year, and that's when you want to be hot. So going into this year, obviously you don't want to be playing your best volleyball early in the year. So, what do you guys need to do to ensure that you do get hot towards the end of the year the way you did last season?
Just work on the small stuff. Make sure your feet works right. Make sure you're shrugging your shoulders when you're passing. It's just small techniques that's going to help to a bigger cause.
And, for this senior class, to go through what you guys went through last year now, what's the perfect ending for this group now this season?
State championship.
And that's just the goal?
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to join me. Good luck to you guys going into this year. We look forward to seeing, how this year goes for you, and maybe you guys can repeat as area champs again.
Thank you.
All right.